Hi YouTube, Engineer Boy 100. Today's video is a really important video, one that is a cousin to the last two that I've done on the differential, changing the differential oil. This video is just basically focusing on telling you which oils will work best in your differential. And the reason this video is so important is because I made the mistake of putting the wrong oil in my rear differential, and I had problems. I had noises and groanings around corners, and some of you have experienced this. And I didn't use a cheap oil. I used mobile oil, Delvac, 100% synthetic, good quality oil. But it simply wasn't the correct oil for the design of the differential that's in these M cars. You have to use the right oil. So I put this together as fast as I could, and I got a lot of really good information. And the reason I got so much good information is because I had a lot of help. And I mean, I had a lot of help. And at this time, I want to give credit to the individuals who really put in the legwork to make this come together as quickly as it did. So up first, I want to send out a big thank you to James Shorter. James Shorter and Colin Shorter, his son, have put in a lot of effort in this right from the get. I wasn't even aware of one of the main oils I'm going to recommend today, Redline. I was aware of the oil, but I wasn't aware that it was a good pick for the X3Ms. In addition to doing research and getting good information, James has actually tested these oils for years with good results on his own vehicles, multiple vehicles. So a big thank you to James, a big thank you to Colin, and I really appreciate your help in getting me this information so I could get myself up to speed, because I wasn't up to speed. Shame on me. Another person that helped a lot, Jazz Singh. Jazz has been in contact with me, emails, messages on Facebook. He's been calling, emailing, getting me screenshots back from companies, multiple companies, Motul, Beamer World. He has really been working hard to help me get this together so I can get it to you guys so we don't damage our cars. These cars are awesome. We need to take good care of them, but in order to do that, we need to know what we're doing. So in addition to these individuals, I had great help from my local BMW Elgrove dealership. I know dealerships get a bad rap, but the BMW Elgrove, they've got a great service department. They've got a great parts department. They got an excellent team. They help me out all the time. They've helped me for years. Okay, and yeah, there's one of them now. I'm not going to say his name, but yeah, I was at the dealership playing around, taking some pictures, having a good time. Thank you, BMW of Elgrove, for your help and expertise in getting us the correct information in terms of volumes, viscosities, the actual additives that we need to make sure our cars do not destroy themselves with all this power they have. I didn't get the exact additives because they're not, the manufacturer's not going to share that. It's proprietary information. We did not get the exact what the additives are, but we do have a really good, reliable list of 4 oils that can be used in the front and the rear to protect our differentials from the loads that they suffer. So without further ado, I want to go ahead and get into the actual oils. As you'll see, there's multiple oils at multiple price points. This video is not about price. You can go out and price them yourself, but clearly the dealer version is actually several times more expensive than the others, so you might want to take that into consideration. Motul is considerably cheaper than the dealer version. Redline is considerably cheaper than the dealer version, and so is Liquid Moly. So you might want to look at those, or if you just want to go with the dealer version, we have those part numbers and those specific oil viscosities and part names for you. All right, so just a real quick overview of the reason why it's actually the reasons. There are actually two, probably more reasons why it's so important to use the correct oil in these differentials. In one of my other videos, I stated that the reason is because the gears are newly cut. The gears undergo a lot of stress, and to that point, the design of our differential gear sets, the hypoid design. The gears are not only cut at an angle, a bevel, and going in different directions, they're also, have a spiral to them, as you see in these examples. That creates a lot of rubbing and a lot of pressure. You've got to have the right oil for that type of friction. Additionally, these more modern differentials not only have this hypoid gear set type, but they also have clutches. Okay, I have a clutch set in the end, as you see here, and those clutches require an additional additive so that they slip correctly and grip correctly. Otherwise, you're going to get grinding like I got, and moaning around corners, and noise, and premature failure of your differential. So these are some of the reasons why these oils that I'm getting ready to recommend are extremely important. Not to do like I did and just put any gear oil in to the gear case, because it won't work. So here we are up first. So for the front differential, we have these four, or actually three in the table, but there's four with the liquid moly. Want to point out, so we have the 75, 85, GL5 red line. Now, not only was the red line recommended, from what I hear from multiple sources, it's actually better than the BMW version. So you might want to take that into consideration, given the fact that it costs like 1/4 the price. So yeah, front, you can go with the red line. You can also go with the Motul, the Gear 300 LS, okay? It is also good for the hypoid type gears, the 75 weight 90 version in that one. And at the end, you can see on the top row front, the BMW 75 weight 80 hypoid axle oil G5. Now, G5 is an upgrade, or it's upgraded from the G2, but I'm not going to really talk about the G2 as I don't think it's even offered anymore. You might see it here and there, but the front differential used to take a G2 oil. Now it's the G5. So that's the only one I'm going to be recommending in terms of the dealer version. So the rear, look at the rear differential. If you look at the red line for the front and the red line for the rear is the same. It looks the same, but that's because it is. So the rear and the front, they both are rated for the G4 and the G5 for the hypoid type with a gear set type differentials. The same is true for Motul. It's the exact same oil front and rear. For the dealer one, it is not. Okay, for the rear, it has to be the BMW 75 weight 85 hypoid G4. You can't put G5 back there. I think you can put the G5 in the front, but you can't put I think you put the G4 in the front, but you can't put the G5 in the back. It has to be G4 in the back because it has that additive. Okay, because the rear has those clutches that we showed. I'll show you again here. It has those clutch sets in the back that I don't think the front have. I'm not 100%. I didn't look at the diagram or a cutaway for the front differential, but I know the rear differential has clutch plates in addition to the hypoid gears. So you must use the G4. All right. So in terms of volume, next slide. The rear differential takes 1 liter. And when you look at the bottles that they sell is 1/2 liter. It's 500 milliliters. Whereas, for example, Motul or Redline, theirs is a 1 liter bottle for the $25, plus or minus $10 or whatever it is. $25. The dealer version is 1/2 liter for $50, $60, $55, $58. So that's another piece that you might take into consideration. But the volumes are for the rear, 1 liter, okay? And for The front is 0.7, 700 milliliters. Okay, 0.7 liters will do you for the front. And that is it for this little video. I wanted to make it quick, I wanted to make it sweet, I want to thank everybody for all the help, and I want to hurry up and get that information out there so people that are actually waiting to change the oil can get it done, and get it done correctly with the right tools and the right oil. So, as always, thank you for watching and have a nice day.